Alright guys, welcome to 1.07 distance and midpoint formula, and today we're going to learn how to use the midpoint and the distance formula for both the number line and a coordinate plane. Starting off with the midpoint on the number line, so the midpoint is going to be the number between two numbers, perfectly in the middle of two numbers. So if there's A and B, the midpoint is going to be right in the middle of A, B. Right, and then this midpoint will be equidistant from both A and from B, because that is the definition of a midpoint. Alright, the formula for the midpoint on a number line is A plus B over 2. Pretty much the average of A and B. Alright, and moving to the distance formula on the number line. So when we're doing the distance formula, we're calculating how far apart is A and B, what is the length between A and B, the numbers A and B. And for the distance formula, in order to find the distance between the two numbers, we will subtract. So we'll have A minus B. But when we subtract, sometimes we get a negative number, and we don't want a negative number, so we will have to do the absolute value. Remember, absolute value just turns any number to a positive number. Whether it's negative or positive, it turns it to a positive. Alright, let's try a couple of examples. I'll do 2, and then you guys do the other 2, and you guys will check your answer with the answer on the board. Alright, so the first one I have, my A is 2, right here. So let's go A, and let's make this my B. So A is at 2, B is at 9. Let's go ahead and let's find the distance between A and B. So let's go the absolute value of A minus B. And my A value right here is 2. My B value is 9. So we'll have 2 minus 9, which gives us negative 7. But because it is absolute value, that will become a positive 7. Stating that the distance between A and B is 7 units. Alright, the midpoints. So for the midpoints, we're going to use the midpoint formula. The midpoint formula is A plus B over 2, the average of the two numbers. And I have 2 plus 9 over 2, which I have is 11 over 2, which is 5.5. So on the number line 5.5 right here, right between 5 and 6, this is our midpoint, because this is equidistant from both sides. And that's how you find the distance between two numbers on a number line, and that's how you find the midpoint between two numbers on the number line. Let's go ahead and let's do the next one. Do it as a we do, so try it with me, and then you will do the last two. So for the next one, go ahead and let's label A and B. It doesn't matter which one you choose as A and B. If you do your math right, it should be the same. So let's put this one as A. So A is at negative 2, and B will be at positive 2. Alright, so distance, the distance between A and B. Go ahead and I'll write out the formula to minus A minus B. Go ahead and fill in your values, please. What will go inside these absolute values? That's correct. Minus 2, minus 2. And don't forget, this minus is going to be consistent with both, right? So that negative is always going to be there. But sometimes you have a double negative with it, which will turn into a positive. So this becomes negative 2 minus 2 becomes negative 4. But the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. So the distance between negative 2 and 2 is 4 units. And last but not least, the midpoint between these two values. Midpoint, I'll help you with the formula A plus B over 2. Our A value will be negative 2. Our B value will be 2 over 2. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0 over 2, which is just 0. So the midpoint, the point in between A and B is going to be right here at 0. And that makes sense because this is 2 distance apart and 2 distance apart. All right, go ahead and try the next 2 and check your answer with the answers on the board, please. Thank you.